Hello, everybody. It's Battlefield of Eternity. We have Spulbait on the Cho'Gall. Nice combination there. We have Macnical on Stitches. We have Mytheza on Brightwing. We have Broke-Ko-Fiev on Tassadar.
And on Red Team over here, hopefully easier names, we have Ronnoak on Arthas. We have Voxtibus on Alexstrasza, Moonman on Greymane, Kinky Hobo on the... I'm almost saying Malthael. Why am I forgetting that dude's name? Mephisto, thank you. And Kuya on the Artanis. I had way easier names than you.
You did. You want to zoom out a little bit, by the way.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's just take a quick look here and see the initial look and who has the race potential on Battlefield of Eternity.
Yeah.
Because to me, the red team has Greymane, which is obviously one of the better races. Go look at Cho'Gall. What's Cho'Gall doing up there?
What is Cho'Gall doing up here?
Looks like
he's
nothing.
Fighting Arthas.
Maybe he was trying to take the well down, I think was my first initial thought. However, he's winning the 1v1 against Arthas, so that's kind of funny. Looks like 2 of the red team is rotating up to take care of the Cho'Gall. He's going for the well again.
Interesting.
He's not going to get it, though. It doesn't do quite enough damage. But already, so just for funsies, this game was titled Annoying Cho'Gall. And already, I can see this coming to fruition. This Cho'Gall is already being frustrating.
Absolutely. And you were talking about the race. I mean, we do have an Artanis as well, but he did not take Amateur Opponent at 1, which is the talent that would allow him to do more damage to the Immortals in the race. So with that in mind... I mean, I still do not see a lot of race on blue team here.
Yeah, like Tassadar is okay if he goes auto attack build, which he didn't. But yeah, I think even without an amateur opponent, the red team has the race with Artanis and Greymane. And honestly, even Mephisto can do good burst-ish damage.
And look over here. Cho'Gall, by the way, now, what is he doing? Is he going for this well? What is he doing?
Surely they did see him. Maybe it was a really weird rotation. No, he's going for the well.
Look at this. He's going for the well.
But he's failing at it miserably.
He is. The shields are just going to come back up.
He is winning the 1v1 against this Greymane, who's very low on health, but the Greymane is... Oh, that would have been good.
A swap. Now his team's getting on board here.
Yeah, that's a well gone. Okay, well.
They got the well.
They did. And now Artanis is trying to 1v3 here. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. Cho'Gall is an annoying hero to fight against in general, just because he kind of bends the rules of the actual game. But when you also have a Cho'Gall who's doing some kind of weird strat, like Murky-esque types of thing, it's like doubly annoying. It's just
like, especially if you're not, I don't know what this was played in, but I'm assuming it's not a 5-stack, in which case how you're going to respond with a cohesive strategy, just everyone's going to be falling apart. In something like Storm League or Quick Match, because what do you do about
this? He's literally doing murky strats. He's cutting the wave, this is a perfect map for that because it has the direct access to the back of a wave.
And look at him go there again.
Yep, and he might get it this time.
The amount of effort Red would have to expend here to stop him. They would have to pull everyone up, and they just want to counter push down here.
Yeah, the red team is weirdly, they're holding their own actually against this weirdness, but they are going to feel the pain when they don't have these wells, which they're going to get it, and this Arthas might go down. Although the Cho'Gall, no, fuck it, he is chasing. I thought he was going to go for the well because the well shields are going to come back, but they might get this kill.
You just see the pinging happen over and over again because the red team wants to deal with this.
Yep.
Somehow.
Brightwing is going to be able to heal up the Cho'Gall again. And the race, the Immortals have come up and started. It looks like Cho'Gall is just once again going for the well, although he's not going to get it this time. There is 4 or 5 members top. So
worth noting that the Brightwing did go Hyper Shift at level 1, which gives an extra 8% on her warp healing. Which means that Cho'Gall is going to get a lot of healing from that Brightwing.
Yes, that's the only choice when you have a Cho'Gall on your team is just to get that extra healing. Greymane, a little far out, is getting. Oh, he got hooked back in, and that will be the death of Greymane. No damage done to the Immortal yet, and I'm assuming now blue team will probably want to start doing some damage. Although
Tassadar's getting zoned out.
Yeah, it's going to go down.
There he goes.
What actually killed him there? That was interesting.
I think it might have been a swap from the Artanis into the AoE from Arthas?
Could be. Stitches is almost going down, but Brightwing's able to phase shift in and get some damage, although he's still being body blocked, and that will... This is a weird game.
During all of this, Cho'Gall's not fighting. Cho'Gall's refused to fight basically this entire game.
Yeah. This whole game has been just a weird, a weird mixture of people doing kind of whatever they want. There's no normalcy happening in this game. Finally, we got Greymane and Co working on the blue immortal, which will give them an advantage towards halftime show. I'm assuming they'll be able to finish it off before the red team can do any damage or chase them away.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the first thing that's happened in this game that's been normal. Is the halftime show being won for the red team.
Yep.
It's okay. It's a lot of damage onto the red team, but Alexstrasza is pretty good. She's popped her dragon and has healed up most of the team. Greymane's going really deep, but the rest of the team is able to start backing them up. Everybody on the red team is
red
very
is
low.
in trouble.
Alexstrasza
They're
is
about to just get wiped. Oh, she got out with 42 health.
And the counter kill against the blue team, but finally the low health bars of the red team caught up to them, and Artanis and Greymane both went down. Arthas follows.
I'm surprised none of them tapped there, but I guess they were dead. Yeah.
Well, the red team doesn't have taps, remember?
No, they have top. They have top.
Oh, top still exists. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking for a second, but yeah.
Well, now we're going to have the slow race on the... See, the blue team, this is their problem with their draft, is that they do not have a race here, so there is time for the red team to win this still, and it looks like they're gonna, because Artanis is already back, and so is Greymane. There's just no way for the red team to win this, although they got close. Well...
blue team is...
It's gonna be close.
Oh,
no,
wow.
the red team got it? Yeah, the red team got it.
Yeah, just barely.
Just barely. And now there's a fight going on in the middle here. But of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? Once again, red team is also already just super low on health. And blue team is not.
Not after that.
Mephisto wasn't there at the beginning of the fight. He finally comes in and does a lot of damage. Chunks, Stitches, and Cho'Gall pretty bad. They're starting to back up, but if they turn around, red team is pretty hurt, although the Stitches gets caught by the Arthas' Howling Blast and almost dies. There he ends up going down. But the Greymane counter kill immediately. The Cho'Gall Orb does the damage. Meanwhile, the Immortal is pushing top, and nobody's there except for Arthas, who's going to
be pushing
with it. Yeah, this is probably going to be a keep going down. The red team slowly pulls away with very low health. But it doesn't matter. I think they already accomplished their goal. Although the Arthas might die, he's gonna die surely. Brightwing.
Oh, but doesn't matter.
Yep.
That's down, and the fort just goes down. Yeah, this is a very chaotic game. The Cho'Gall has been a little more participatory here, but here he goes again. This is an interesting play with 3 of red team already showing up here. A little bit risky.
Once Greymane gets the cursed bullet, this kind of thing can't happen anymore. Greymane can almost probably 1v1 a Cho'Gall with cursed bullet if the Greymane is playing, super well. However, the blue team comes in, and immediately, once again, the red team just has no health and has to back up. They survive this time, but it's so funny seeing these team fights, because what happens is the red team is tussling with Cho'Gall a little bit, and then the rest of the blue team shows up, and the red team has no more health anymore. It's just almost instantaneous. The damage comes out. Cho'Gall is once again going for the what an annoying person to play against.
It's one of the tricky things about fighting Cho'Gall, because you think you can get him down, and you're like, if we get him down, this is 2 heroes. But
he got it.
You dumped so much damage. He got it. You dumped so much damage into him that the rest of the team can sometimes clean up. You just don't pay attention to what the rest of the team is doing when there's a Cho'Gall.
And you can escape so well with him too. With his movement abilities and the Z you can use to really skitter out of the way like that right there. I mean, he's just hard to kill. Another team fight going on.
We are getting ults on red.
Yep.
Purifier Beam, Cursed Bullet, a lot of stuff that can just chunk into Cho'Gall.
Yeah, I can see a world where... Yeah, luckily it's a really short cooldown. I can see a world where Cursed Bullet hits the Cho'Gall and Artanis drops the Purifier Beam. And Cho'Gall has to retreat, or that's a nice, whatever that's called. Twisted Nether comes out as well to go into the Artanis. That's a lot of damage onto him, but it is a 2v2, and he's surviving for now.
He is Artanis.
Yeah, he is Artanis. Lots and lots of health. Brightwing phase shifting in. That is going to be another kill.
The Brightwing gets the kill. Great phase shift.
Yeah, she's a little hurt now, though.
Yes.
But
she has the blink heal to get to safety.
She has no health or no mana anymore, though, so she can't do anything right now. But they will disengage, and it's just an Artanis kill. The Immortals are back up, and the blue team once again is beginning to chunk away at the Immortal. Can you tell me what the Cho ult is? I forget what that's called. Sundering or something? That's Thrall.
Cho? Oh, yes, that's Upheaval. And he basically throws down an arc and then pulls people to him.
Oh, Eccentric Gosa. Interesting. So no Army of the Dead. And that was just used to slow everybody down. Of course, it wasn't used around forts, so no benefit there. The red team is pushing forward onto the Stitches. The Stitches is going to go down. Meanwhile, the Cho'Gall is 1v1ing Greymane and is going to get this kill.
Even with the cursed bullet, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not. So now we have an even trade on the field of 1 down for 1. Tassadar is having to clear top because there's catapults pushing out the core. Purifier Beam goes onto the Cho'Gall, making him have to run away a little bit. And the red team is doing good defending their Immortal. It's a pretty basic even tie. I don't think it's been halftime show yet. Is that correct?
No, it has, I think. Blue's below half health.
No,
so
yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep.
Something worth noting is just how little CC Red has to control this Cho'Gall.
Speaking of CC,
the durance.
Yep.
There's the durance of, hey, that's the kind of stuff they need to shut him down, but when he's allowed to just run through them, they don't have much health, especially without Army of the Dead.
Yep. There was a curse bullet onto Stitches, brings him really low. He's probably going to go down to the Greymane.
Yes.
What?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, 25!
Are you kidding? Okay, there
he goes.
Finally.
I think that was just an auto attack.
But the red team, once again, is just so insanely hurt that they really can't fight.
And then the Brightwing comes in, and Cho'Gall just back to full health.
Oh,
and
the Twisting Nether is going to kill at least one Greymane.
Yep.
Alexstrasza will also go down, and that means that the blue team is probably going to get this Immortal. That Artanis is so low. Don't even think about it, man.
Yeah, blue team just has the sustain in these team fights that red is not able to counter yet.
Yeah, it's really all down to sustain. You're right. Although, man, they did get a big chunk of that Immortal's health off, so that's good for them.
Red's got the race.
Yeah, it's fair. It's relatively even, all things considered. The levels are pretty even. Blue team has slight advantage. The only big advantage Red has is that fort is down. Hopefully, this Immortal.
And that's about to get a fort.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, this Immortal for the blue team will end up getting this fort down. Cho'Gall tanking a bunch of tower shots to start weakening that fence. And here we go. The blue team is pushing into this top fort. See what they can do. Brightwing is bottom still. She can teleport in, of course.
Yep. She is ready to warp. She's going to warp on that Cho'Gall as soon as he takes some damage.
There's an upheaval. Brings him to the back line. Actually, yeah, the upheaval brought him right into the back line. Luckily, Brightwing isn't going to be able to save the Tassadar. Meanwhile, in the front, Stitches is getting a lot of damage done. The red team is successfully pushing back the blue team. The blue team is very, very hurt. Tassadar is so low, but he's able to survive. Meanwhile, the Immortal is actually continuing to chunk the fort. Will get it down. The blue team re-engages, but it's a pretty even fight, all things considered. They're both relatively hurt. Cho'Gall pushes everybody off of Alexstrasza's healing. Means that the red team is very hurt right now. Tassadar blocking his team from going towards the red team. The Immortal's gonna go down here pretty soon. The blue team's looking to try to continue to fight, it looks like. Another upheaval. Twisting Nether gets onto the Arthas.
Mishook.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, cursed bullet onto the Cho'Gall. That did a lot of damage. I wonder if this was drafted.
Was so close. Yeah, so you made a really good point with the upheaval during that team fight. When he hits like 3 people with it, it can kind of do the opposite of what Cho'Gall wants, which is throwing the entire enemy team onto his back line, and they just start ignoring Cho'Gall and shredding the Tassadar and the Brightwing, and that's really dangerous for blue team. That is not the position they want. His upheaval seems to work a lot better when he catches like one person with it.
Yeah, in a 1v1, that's really helpful to get him back into the Twisting Nether range. But for some reason, the Tassadar, the red team flew backwards farther into the Tassadar. He survived, but yeah, it was not a good situation for them.
Kind of routed the blue team there,
Yep.
And it forced Brightwing to use phase shift on Tassadar. Brightwing wants to use that on Cho'Gall.
Yes, that's where the most value comes in. Blue team getting Mercs on their side of the map. There's also Mercs pushing top. Mephisto's taking care of that. It's a 4v4 down bottom. Now 3v4. Another
upheaval.
Wow,
that's nicer because it started the engage.
Past. That's interesting.
Yeah, it pulls him past him. It goes past him.
Yeah, the Purifying Beam is on Cho'Gall, so he's having to kind of run around in circles. The Stitches is all up in everyone's face. The Healing Orb is not able to heal everybody, but Cho'Gall gets chunked by the Greymane. The Mephisto's jumping on him, but the Stitches is able to heal enough. The Mephisto ult misses, but the red team is really hurt. Artanis almost survived, but he was able to burn through that last little bit of shields, and that is a 1 for nothing so far. Mephisto doing a lot of damage, but also taking a lot of damage. The Cho'Gall jumps way deep to knock everybody around, but runs back and is okay. The fight is, once again, all these team fights are very similar. The red team just having very upheaval onto the Greymane.
The fort saved that Greymane there. Yep. Maybe.
So far,
that was
everyone
incredible.
is still. I mean, credit to the Alexstrasza keeping this team alive. There's so much damage coming out. And they're not dying as much as you might think they would. But it's still the fact is that the blue team is perfectly full health most of the time, and the red team is so low. Although right now Tassadar is pretty low. He needs to be careful.
Yeah.
There's a
Syndragosa for an engage here, but that Tassadar is playing with fire, or rather ice.
Durance of Hate hits onto the Brightwing.
Durance of Hate hits with a double, and Arthas wants to follow that up.
Another freeze. That's going to be a Tassadar
down.
Yep. Greymane is all up in Brightwing's face. Cho'Gall's trying to peel.
This is when red can clean up.
Brightwing does go down, but Greymane's really hurt. Can he stay in? No. The red team, once again, is just super, super hurt. They missed the Alexstrasza heal. There's a hook.
But the hook!
That was a great hook.
That hook was crucial.
Durance of Hate hits again, but Twisting Nether is going to take down the Arthas, and the Stitches.
Oh, wow.
Run, Stitches, run. Don't stop. Meanwhile, I see his name, and I want to say Kyocha. The Artanis is doing some damage to the Immortal, getting a little bit of the race going on. Greymane's there as well, so it looks like blue team will get to the halftime show first. Cho'Gall casually 1v3ing. And winning, you know?
And he knows the Brightwing can come in and make this just a... that grab, but once again, the terrain... Durance of Hate does connect on the Brightwing, but it's not enough.
Yep. Cho'Gall will finish off the Mephisto. Now Artanis is 1v3, and he needs to get out of there. He can't. He's so low.
The wall.
And can he get it? Alexstrasza with the super heal.
He's gonna keep him alive.
Yep. He needs to run now, though, not fight. He gets hooked
get hooked.
Oh, no. Curse Bullet goes onto the Stitches.
And the upheaval.
Oh, the upheaval. The Stitches is going to go down. No, he's not. The Greymane and the Artanis both end up going down. The Stitches survives, runs away with his puke. And blue team, once again, wins that team fight. Blue team is weirdly not ahead in structures too much here. This is just 2 forts down still, but they have slowly and steadily been winning every team fight and getting a level advantage. And now with this Immortal... If they can get it, I'm assuming they can. I'm assuming they can.
Yeah.
They should be able to get a keep.
Yeah. Finally grab that keep. It is so interesting to watch Blue's team fights as the upheaval. Blue, I don't know. I have rarely seen a team that has more ways to re-engage than Blue.
This is such a ridiculous fight. Cho'Gall's...
with the hooks and the upheavals, they could just keep pulling red back in. And what's so funny is Artanis and Arthas are notoriously, they have no disengage. They can't leave.
Yeah. Once they're starting, they have to go.
Blue team is just abusing that, and they just pull them back in and back in and back in like that.
Cho'Gall has been 1v3
is fighting
for like
the
a minute and a half.
Team.
And he's not even hurt. Now Brightwing's going to die, and Cho'Gall is just casually like, why'd you come in, Brightwing? I was fine.
What the heck was that?
Oh my god. This Cho'Gall is just dismantling this red team, honestly.
Yeah.
He's not getting any kills, but he's not dying, and he never is dying. Yeah, like
he doesn't need him.
It gave the blue team a chance to finish the Immortal. Brightwing wouldn't have died if she hadn't come in.
Worth noting now, though, that Artanis does now have, I believe, Giant Killer and Triple Strike, so he can really chunk into that Cho'Gall when he's alive.
If the red team if the red team can coordinate themselves well enough to get the Curse Bullet and then Artanis onto Cho'Gall's face, that Cho'Gall will die. But they haven't been able to do it. I've seen a lot of Curse Bullets going over on the Stitches, which seems like a non-priority target by a long shot. And now, because of all that, it looks like our blue team is going to take this keep. Brightwing is respawning and comes back in and gives Cho'Gall a huge amount of healing. This keep is slowly going to go down. Cho'Gall just fighting behind it still.
Syndragosa is just not going to get work done there.
No, another upheaval brings 3 people into the behind Cho'Gall. One goes down, the Mephisto. Oh, the Brightwing is almost dead. She able to stasis out, but it looks like she's going to die just from the Arthas' blast there. Twisted Nether's out. Cho'Gall is still casually 1v3ing. He might actually end up dying this time, though. But the core is getting hurt. They need to stop it. Cho'Gall does go down. The core is...
Is that the first Cho'Gall death?
I think so. I think that was the first, yeah. The core, however, is gonna go to 13 health. Holy smokes. If that catapult, you see that catapult was shooting the middle tower there?
Yeah.
If that catapult had been shooting the core, it would have been game over.
Wow. That's incredible. So now we just have Stitches. I don't know what he's waiting for.
I think he wants
maybe to jump on core.
Yeah, I think that's what his plan is.
What could he do?
No, that's silly. He'll just die.
Yeah.
He's about to be spotted.
What is he even doing out here?
Oh, Alex Strauss
What?
and Stitch is just like, what's up, man? I'm just going to chill.
What? Oh, huh. That's interesting. They're not doing... Okay.
What?
They don't care. They just want to get structure damage.
I think they know that Stitches is not really a threat. The only thing that could happen is I could see like a Stitches or Cho'Gall being sort of sneaky around that area, and then the Brightwing teleporting onto them to sort of get more pressure. But now the wave was really pushed up, so they would be tanking core shots.
Yep.
I think it's a little ambitious to go for core right now. They have a huge lead. Red team is able to get a fort down or so and to even things out a little bit. But, oh, nope. See, there they go. That's exactly what's happening over there. Stitches and Brightwing. And
look, it's Cho'Gall. He's been trolling this entire game. How will he not go core? That just seems so in personality.
It looks like he might be thinking, yep, there he goes.
He avoided the vision.
Yep.
He is definitely going core.
Yep. This is what I was saying is I think it would have been silly for the red team to sit there and watch the blue team, but when it was just Stitches. But if Cho'Gall is going, they need to be careful. They do spot this, though. However...
Looks like they're setting up for objective, but they need to watch out. Both lanes are getting pushed in for blue here, or against blue.
Yeah, what are they... They're setting up a trap. The
sitting
Cho'Gall's
here.
not invisible, is he? No, he's
No,
not.
he's Cho'Gall.
Yeah, Alex Strauss reveals all of them.
I don't know what blue team is doing here. They have wasted a phenomenal amount of time.
They really, really, really want to go core, but they're putting too much stock into it, and they're not doing it. Yes. So now a fight's going to break out, and if they can win this fight, obviously they can win. The Tassadar in the back line is getting just demolished. He is going to go down. Meanwhile, in the front line, Greymane is being chased. The curse bullet hits the Cho'Gall. Greymane is going to be saved by Alex Strauss, back to full health.
Look at that laser on Stitches. It has just been digging into him the entire fight, and he goes down. The core is so threatened right now. The blue core by just mercs from every angle.
I think blue team just threw this. I think blue team literally just threw this. They were indecisive, waiting to try to go to core. When it didn't work, they should have backed up and done the objective. And
they have one last chance, which is Cho soloing core.
Can Cho solo a core?
I don't know.
This is going to be close. It's a race.
We have catapults. We have mercs. We have no one to stop it.
The blue core is going to go down
alone.
so fast, but there's only 13% on the red core. I don't know what's going to happen. Both cores are falling. 70% of the blue core. The shields are almost gone on the red core. Cho'Gall is getting destroyed. The blue team is going to lose.
Wow. As someone who has had to fight Cho'Gall before, I am happy with this outcome.
All game, they had an advantage, which that Cho'Gall just being obnoxious and annoying. And in the last minute and a half, they threw it all away. Red team wins. GG. Well played.
That was some poetic justice right there.
Yeah. You know what it was? Screw Cho'Gall.
and go Alex Strauss.
Yep. Wild game.
Wow.